Welcome to a podcast named Tim, a father and son movie review podcast. We're available everywhere podcasts are, but enough of that. All that information is in the description below. I really want to get into talking about what I just got done watching, and as I'm sure you know what you're getting yourself into, you clicked on the video. But Star Wars, The Clone Wars Season 7 is done. It's The Siege of Mandalore has been complete. Part 4, Victory and Death, came out as of this recording less than an hour ago. Watched it, came over here and sat and just had to record my thoughts because it was the whole 4-part series or 4-part episode. The arc has been some of the best things to come out of Star Wars, and I'm not just talking about just since Disney has acquired the rights to it. It's been some of the best Star Wars, period. And the reason I want to highlight that is because obviously today is May the 4th, and that's why they're releasing it today. But, Star Wars is a fandom that many of you know can be contentious at times. It's hard to make everyone happy. And I am happy to report that I think everyone is going to be happy and has been happy with these last 4 episodes, even this last season. There have been some things that have been less than stellar. The other 2 arcs weren't great, but in show business and in movies, it's how you start and it's how you finish. And the Clone Wars is a series that didn't start off great. Not a great movie to kick it off. It had some up and down seasons, some up and down episodes, some filler episodes, some great arcs as well. But these 4 episodes have been just wonderful. They've highlighted everything that's great about Star Wars. You had deep philosophical discussions. You had great action sequences. And I just really, I'm not going to spoil anything here. Go watch it. If you haven't already, go watch all 7 seasons. This 4-part arc has made that whole 7-season journey completely worth it. It is. Here's what I want to say about it. This is all off the top of my head, so it might ramble a little bit, but this is amazing because they took a character, Ahsoka Tano, who, when she debuted in the movie The Clone Wars, was not well received by fans. It was something that was kiddish and just how Star Wars fans are. They don't like new things. Just they want new things that are the old things, and I'm one of them. I understand. I've done it too, and I was with that with Ahsoka as well. But watching her journey through these 7 seasons, she has become, and through Star Wars Rebels and her book and etc., she has become an integral part of the story of Star Wars and a fascinating character. And the show has delivered us fascinating characters. This is kind of a show wrap up and arc wrap up. But when you look at Star Wars: The Clone Wars, you have Jedi who are. Here's the great thing about the show: it gives you the meat that everyone wanted when Attack of the Clones happened, and they're fixing the prequels in some respects. I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just we got to, hey, there's a war happening, and then we got to the war's ending. We never got the war. And so this ability to tell that story over 7 seasons, one was probably a better decision than doing it in a movie, because you got to see so many different places and battles and experience so many different people and characters. And that's what this show has really become. It's become a show that has delivered some of the best Star Wars characters that I can remember. You have, Cad Bane. You have, I think his name's General Krell, who he was like the Dexter character, whatever his name is, when Obi-Wan meets him at the shop, who's a general consumed with power. You have Ahsoka Tano. You have Savage Opress. You have the Night Sisters. They bring back Darth Maul and give him the due and the justice that everyone wanted him to have from being, from that first moment they saw what he was going to be and they thought he would be in The Phantom Menace. You get Anakin being, you get that descent, that slow descent. You get him and Obi-Wan, with some of their best camaraderie. So it's a show that really just gave us. Oh, and you have, I can't forget. Now, of course, after I say that, I'm going to forget his name. The Weequay. Oh man, he's the pirate. He's excellent. I can't even remember his name right now because again, just flying off the top of my head. But he's excellent. That's going to really bother me. And leave it in the comments below. You know who he is. You know who I'm talking about. But yeah, it's just a show that took the prequels, which everyone hated, or most people hated. You took an era of Star Wars that fans backlashed against. You took a character that fans backlashed against, and you just made it the best, some of the best things in Star Wars just from this one show. And it was really epitomized, and they went out with a bang with the last 4 episodes. Some of the twists and turns that occur, again, I'm not going to say any spoilers because you just got to go experience this yourself. And if you watched it, you know what I'm talking about. Some of the twists and turns that Ahsoka and Maul went on throughout this arc, and Rex as well, highlighting those 3 characters and making them the focus, intertwining it with the movies. It was just a masterstroke. I mean, The Mandalorian's still here, but what they were able to accomplish in these 4 episodes, I think, have in some respects, it's made it one of the best things in Star Wars. I can't say that enough. And the last shot, or one of the last shots that you see is, gut-wrenching in some respects. And I would love to see, and if you watched it, you know I'm talking about those last couple shots. I want to know. I want a book. I want a comic. I want to know what's going on in that character's head when they showed up, because what they had to be processing at that point, especially at that point in time, had to be fascinating. If anyone knows what that planet that they were on at the end of the show, be curious to hear that as well, because I'd be interested to see if that's something that's popped up in other Star Wars medium. But this is, I'm sure this isn't anything enlightening. I felt the need to just get on here and say, well done, Lucasfilm. Well done, Disney. Well done, the Star Wars creative team, Dave Filoni, everyone involved in this. The fact that they've been able to bring back this show that's had now its 3rd last season, and who knows if it's going to be the last one. I'm sure this is going to be so well received that I would not be surprised if we get more Star Wars stuff down the line. Star Wars: The Clone Wars stuff down the line, whether it be in another medium. I don't know if they're going to do more show, but this was excellent. This is just me again. Just well done. I'd clap for you louder, but I think it'll mess up the mic. And I might be adding some additional Star Wars stuff to the show, to the content here on YouTube. Thinking about I do a lot of the books and comics and everything, so thinking about adding some reviews for that, but those will be actual, specific, here's what's happened in it, let's talk about the story reviews. I just wanted to get up here and say, it's been excellent. This was wonderful. And if you didn't like The Siege of Mandalore, please let me know. I would be very surprised to hear anyone say anything really negative about it. And I'm not saying, if you don't like it, you're not a true Star Wars fan, because I don't like getting into that, but I would just be very surprised to hear if anyone had any issues with it. So let me know your thoughts. Again, check out some of our other videos, which are movie reviews, and I'm sure there's other stuff hopefully coming as well. But I just wanted to get up here on May the 4th, late at night as I'm recording this, and just praise something that this wonderful story has been able to do. It's a story that's been going on since the 70s, 77, and they keep delivering on great stuff. I mean, people had issues with how the Skywalker saga ended, and then you come around and deliver this, which again, I don't think anyone's going to have any issues with. So I'm rambling, but just thank you so much for checking this out. Let me know your thoughts on the show. If there's specific Star Wars content or movies you want us to review or episode review, something like that, I'd be happy to do that. Just wanted to a high five to everyone over there. Team Star Wars. Well done.